Every now and then, we come across a story that reminds us of the power of quiet determination, the value of honest work, and how a deep-rooted passion can shape a life in the most meaningful way. This is the story of Chris Guins, better known online as Letsdig18, a man from Zebulon, North Carolina who has built an inspiring digital journey by sharing the everyday work of excavation with the world. Chris's story begins with family, tradition, and a lifelong connection to the land he has worked on since childhood. Born on September 15, 1987, in the small town of Zebulon, Chris was raised in a family where excavation was not just a job, it was part of who they were. His grandfather and father both worked in excavation, and Chris grew up surrounded by the sights and sounds of heavy machinery. Some of Chris's earliest memories involve riding next to his grandfather in giant machines, watching him operate with focus and care. Long before he could operate equipment himself, Chris was learning to understand it, respect it, and appreciate the craftsmanship required to shape the earth. These early experiences became the foundation for the career he would eventually build. As he grew older, Chris's interest in excavation only deepened. He pursued formal education in construction management technology at Wake Tech Community College, where he earned an associate in applied science degree. This education gave him the technical knowledge to support what he had already learned from years in the field. It also prepared him to think more broadly about how traditional excavation work could evolve in a changing world. At the center of Chris's work is Guins Excavating Service, a family-owned business established in 1997. Based in Zebulon, the company offers a range of services including land clearing, driveway construction, pond excavation, and demolition. The business built its reputation not on flashy advertising, but on quality work, word-of-mouth referrals, and a strong commitment to doing the job right. Chris worked alongside his father and uncle from a young age, taking on demanding projects and learning the trade through real, hands-on experience. He developed a quiet and focused work style that would later define his presence on camera. His family was never interested in trends or short-term fame. They believed in steady progress, respecting the land, and building something that lasts. In 2007, something small happened that would eventually lead to something much bigger. At just 20 years old, Chris picked up a digital camera and decided to record a short video from inside the cab of his excavator. With no big plan or expectations, he uploaded a video titled "Excavator Loading Truck" to YouTube, a platform that was still growing at the time. That video marked the beginning of a quiet and consistent journey into the world of online content. Chris continued uploading videos over the following months and years, not because he wanted to become famous, but because he enjoyed sharing his work. His videos were simple and real. There were no fancy edits, no background music, and no dramatic storytelling, just footage of excavation jobs, calm narration, and explanations of what he was doing and why. What set Chris apart was his honesty. Viewers appreciated the natural sounds of the machines, the detailed explanations, and the steady pace of the videos. Over time, his channel began to grow, not quickly, but steadily, as people discovered the value of watching real work done by someone who clearly cared about what he was doing. By 2013, Chris had uploaded over 1,100 videos, and his channel had reached more than 20 million views. What began as a simple curiosity had grown into a dedicated community. People from around the world tuned in to see his work and learn about excavation in a way that was calm, clear, and professional. Chris's rise continued slowly but steadily. By 2020, the Letsdig18 YouTube channel had grown to over 320,000 subscribers and had reached 250 million total views. His approach remained consistent. He did not chase trends or change his style. He kept doing what he had always done, filming his work, sharing his thoughts, and showing viewers what real excavation looks like. As the channel gained popularity, equipment companies began to notice. Chris began collaborating with brands like Volvo and AMI Attachments. These were not just ordinary sponsorships, they were built on respect. Chris was not only a YouTuber, he was a skilled operator whose opinions and techniques were valued within the industry. One of the most significant moments in his career came when Chris appeared on the Discovery Channel show Machines of Glory, a competition for heavy equipment operators. Competing against other skilled professionals, Chris took home first place. This moment brought even more visibility to his work and introduced him to a wider audience. By 2025, the channel had surpassed 718,000 subscribers and more than 500 million views. One of his most popular videos had been watched over 27 million times. These numbers represented more than online success. They reflected a long-standing dedication to a craft and a deep trust between Chris and his audience. In 2022, Chris began a new and exciting chapter. He purchased a large piece of land in North Carolina and started transforming it into a working farm. While the exact location has not been made public, the project has become a major part of his recent video content. Viewers have watched as he cleared trees, created roads, and began building cabins. Each step of the process is shared in detail from planning to execution. Chris explains how he lays utility lines, prepares foundations, and manages drainage. His goal is not only to build a beautiful and functional farm, but also to show how thoughtful design and careful work can come together in a meaningful way. There has been speculation about whether the cabins will eventually be used as rentals, but no official announcements have been made. For now, the farm remains a personal project, a space where Chris can apply his skills in a new environment while still honoring the principles that shaped his work in excavation. At the same time, Guins' excavating service continues to operate from its original location in Zebulon. The farm is not a replacement for the business, but an extension of it. It shows that Chris is always building, always planning for the future, and always grounded in his roots. Despite his online success, Chris has kept his personal life private. He is married and a father, but he has chosen not to share much about his family in his videos or public posts. This choice reflects his understanding of balance. He has kept the spotlight on his work, not on his private life. What we do know is that Chris comes from a close and supportive family. His parents, Michael Thomas and Terry Welch Guins, have been married for over 40 years. He has an older brother named Philip and a younger sister named Morgan. His uncle John Guins continues to work alongside him on excavation projects. Outside of YouTube, Chris remains deeply committed to running his business. Guins' excavating service continues to provide essential services such as demolition, site prep, and pond building across eastern North Carolina. His name is trusted because he has never compromised on quality. He has also created a line of merchandise on his website, Letsdig18.com, where fans can buy hats, shirts, stickers, and license plates. These products help support the channel and strengthen the connection between Chris and the community he has built. Estimates of Chris's net worth vary, ranging from $500,000 to $2.5 million. His income comes from multiple sources, including traditional excavation work, YouTube ad revenue, sponsorships, and merchandise sales. Depending on his monthly viewership, the channel can bring in anywhere between $17,000 and $450,000 annually. Looking ahead, the future of Letsdig18 remains bright. The farm continues to offer new projects and challenges. A recent video titled, "Chris and Jeff Check Out a New Property," suggests there may be more land development to come. His brand partnerships remain strong, and in 2024 he even worked with AMI Attachments to release a custom line of grapples, designed with his input and tested in real-world conditions. Chris is also active on Instagram and Facebook, where he shares behind-the-scenes photos and interacts with his audience. Still, his message remains the same: let the work speak for. Today, Letsdig18 is more than just a YouTube channel. It is a place where people learn, connect, and gain appreciation for a trade that is often overlooked. It is a tribute to all those who take pride in doing their work well, no matter how ordinary it may seem. Chris's story shows us that with hard work, honesty, and a clear sense of purpose, even the most humble beginnings can lead to something remarkable.